Welcome to another episode of the Global Trade Show. I'm your host, Lawrence Christoffels. I'm here at International Chamber House in Melbourne, and as part of our episode today, we wanted to really delve into the career business community, and no better person to speak to than Liz Griffin, from the CEO of the Australian Career Business Council. Liz, wonderful to have you here. How are you?
Very well, thanks for having me.
Our pleasure. So Liz, can we talk about your background and Australia Career Business Council and how it all came about?
Yeah, sure. So I first became introduced to Korea when I was in year 8 at high school.
Wow.
And I was faced with the decision of whether to choose Italian as a language or Korean. And initially I wrote down Italian because I was like, well, where is Korea? Why would I learn Korean? I don't even know anything about Korea. Anyway, I changed my mind at the last minute and put down Korean. And that ultimately changed my life and,
Wow.
and where I am today, really. So I first started learning Korean at high school. I then continued through VCE. Fun fact, I was the only non-Korean heritage person to do VCE.
Wow.
Year 3 for Korean. So when I walked into that exam room, I got a few strange looks. And then I continued my studies on at Monash University, doing a Diploma of Languages in Korean at the same time as doing a commerce degree at Melbourne University. And then my Korean language still wasn't that good, so that's when I went to Korea on an exchange program. And living in the country, my Korean skills improved so much quicker. So I lived in Korea all up for about 3 years over
Fantastic.
a couple of different stints. And also had the opportunity to work for POSCO, Australia's single largest customer and also one of the largest steel manufacturers in the world. And I started my career off at KPMG here in Melbourne, and then through a few introductions, a few years later, ended up as the CEO of the Australia Career Business Council. And I've been in this role for now 10 years.
Fantastic. Well, it's a great background, and the story, and you can see the passion with you, Liz, as well, about your love for Korea, and and it's a perfect role for yourself to bring that together. You know, we were talking off camera about the rapid growth in basically the fascination with Korean culture when it comes to K-pop, and you know, the food is going crazy. Even business-wise, the automotive sector it's getting bigger and bigger. How does AKBC bring all that together?
Yeah, great. So we are a member-based organisation. We promote trade and investment between Australia and Korea. We are completely independent, so we don't get a lot of government funding, and that allows us to really play a really significant role in advocacy to government, whether it's policy positions, regulation, or what have you. But for our members, we exist for our members. We're a not-for-profit organisation. And we assist our members, both Australian and Korean corporates, on how to do business in their respective markets, what the opportunities might be, how to go about those opportunities, because the way that you do business in Korea is very different to the way that you do business in Australia. And so there's a little bit of education that we do both ways. And then really giving our members a platform to highlight what they're doing or the opportunities that they're seeing, the trends, and so on and so forth. So we exist for our members really to try and help them succeed in their respective markets, whether it's Australian companies going into Korea or Korean companies in Australia.
Wonderful. Perfect conduit for both, as you say, inbound or outbound opportunities. Now, you mentioned steel before. What are some of the traditional and growing sectors between the two countries?
Great question. So traditionally it's commodities. So think the top 3 exports from Australia to Korea are coal, iron ore and LNG. So Korea is lacks in resources. It imports about 95% of its energy needs. So Korea has for a long time looked to Australia to play that role as a reliable and secure supplier of energy and resources. So POSCO is a great example. They're Australia's single largest customer. They're a very strong investor in Australia. In fact, just a few weeks ago, we heard about the deal with MinRes, another lithium investment by POSCO. And they import a lot of our coal and our iron ore for steel making purposes. But more broadly, Korea is looking to Australia for energy and resources which has really helped transform their economy and their industrialisation over the last few decades. So we've played a really strong supplier of raw resources to Korea. Another opportunity is, or the next ranking exports are in food and agriculture, and that's another opportunity which plays to the complementary strengths of our economy. So again, Australia resource rich, Korea resource poor. Same goes for agriculture. We have an abundance of land here, and agricultural land in Australia, whereas Korea is, I think, about 1/37th the size of Australia, and a lot of that is mountainous land, and so therefore can't grow the crops that they need to feed their population.
Well, I know Korea is definitely on my bucket list. I haven't even been able to get there yet, but definitely on the cards.
We need to change that.
I know, keen to get there. I love the food. I can't really do the dancing, but it's not really my forte anyway.
Can you sing?
No.
All right.
No.
We've got some time.
But just finally, Liz, where do you want to take AKBC in the future? What's your vision, and what are some of the things that you'd love to be part of your legacy?
Thank you. Yeah, there are so many untapped opportunities between Australia and Korea, and so for us, sometimes we need to start at ground zero, and that comes at awareness building of what the opportunities are between Australia and Korea. And we are really changing the nature of our relationship. We just talked about resources and energy, but we're moving into the next phase of the Australia-Korea trade and investment relationship. So we're seeing emerging opportunities in defence and in space, K-beauty, fashion, renewable energy, critical minerals, batteries. There are so many other opportunities that we really haven't reached the full potential in. And so as part of my legacy, I'd love to, one, just grow the awareness and understanding of Korea in Australia and also Australia in Korea. It goes two ways. And then second, just put a spotlight on some of these emerging opportunities that we're now seeing beyond traditional commodities to now some of these emerging opportunities that we talked about.
Fantastic. Well, congratulations on the work you and the team do. It's amazing so far, and I can only see you get bigger and better in the future. So well done, and I look forward to staying in touch.
Thanks very much.
Great. Thanks, Liz.